Excuse me, sir. Question for you. How old were you when you made your first million?
Million or billion?
You made $1 billion?
Well, I sold my company for 800 million.
For how much?
800 million.
You sold a company for 800 million?
I did.
And I go all over the world interviewing the most successful entrepreneurs on how they made it for the younger generation. Could we get 1 minute with you for our channel real quick?
Sure.
What type of company did you sell?
Payments. Braintree, Venmo. If you've ever paid somebody with Venmo.
Like Venmo, the app? You sold Venmo?
Yes.
Or actually, could we ask you a couple quick questions?
Sure.
How long have you been a business owner?
When I was 21, I determined that I was going to try to make a difference in the world, doing something interesting for the human race, and I thought entrepreneurship was the path. I didn't know what to do, so I thought making a bunch of money would be a good solution, and then when I made the money, I would figure out what to do in my life.
How old are you now?
47.
Over these 47 years, if you can think about one piece of advice that you've received that maybe helped you in business or even outside of business, what's the best advice you ever got throughout your career?
It would be the advice I would give to myself. The advice I never received. Make health your number one life priority. And there's always a story in entrepreneurship where you grind as hard as you can. You'll hear stories of the person who slept under their desk or coded for 2 nights in a row. It's like amazing, they're epic. But you never hear the story like the person's well rested and has really great biomarkers and a clear head. And so I wish I would have received the advice, make health your number one life priority, because if you do, you'll be a better entrepreneur. And I really missed that. I traded health for wealth, and it hurt my ability to create wealth.
And there's that saying that I love, that a rich man wants 1,000 things, but a sick man only wants one thing, and that's their health. Let me ask you this. What is your most controversial opinion about health that a lot of people may disagree with you on? Something that is normalized in society. What's your most controversial opinion about health in today's world?
That we are the first generation that won't die.
What do you mean?
We are the first generation who will not die.
Like, dies and like actually...
That's right.
So you don't plan on dying?
That's right.
How old realistically do you think you can live until?
I'm chronologically 47, but biologically, my cardiovascular ability is age 18. My lung capacity is age 18. My telomeres, my end of chromosomes are age 18. So my body functions in many ways like an 18-year-old. And so when you start measuring the biological age of your body, it's very different than the time which you were born. So that's what I wish I would have learned. Typically, people perform very well in their youth. There's skill sets, there's physical ability, mental ability, emotional ability that peaks typically in like early life stages, and then it declines with older stages. Especially that's true if you're grinding very hard. And so this is why I say making health your top priority, because if you do so, you're going to be in peak performance. Like the difference between being healthy and non-healthy when you're thinking is like night and day. And so that's why I think being an entrepreneur, making health your top priority is the highest yield thing you can do for your company.
So you said that you're 47, but you have the cardiovascular endurance or capacity of an 18-year-old. So are you like reverse aging?
Yeah, I guess you could say...
You're slowing down the progression of how
you're exactly. So you can do two things. One is you can reverse aging damage. You can slow down speed of aging. So my speed of aging currently is the slowest in the entire world. So there's 5,000 people all over the world competing for the lowest possible speed of aging. We call ourselves Rejuvenation Olympics. And I'm number one in the world on doing this. So my birthday happens every 24 months. And so I've made a new Olympic sport out of how to slow down your speed of aging. So in many ways, I'm an entrepreneur again. I'm trying to create a brand new sport. And the new sport is don't die. It's like we are the first generation who won't die. And if you take that path, what do? Like you want to slow down your speed of aging, you want to reverse aging damage, and you want your body to operate basically functionally like an 18-year-old.
Now I'm 22 years old.
Yeah.
My original goal was to live until about 80 years old. I was like, hey, that's good. Let's say I want to live to 100. What's the number one thing I should be doing right now on a daily basis to make that happen?
First, those are rookie numbers. 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously. So the ambition we can have as a species right now, there's no reason why we couldn't think in the hundreds or even thousands of years. If you just look at the speed at which AI is improving and medical advancements that are coming, over the coming decades, we'll be able to extend our lifespans. Like for example, like right now, my birthday happens every 2 years. I've slowed down my speed of aging. That buys us a lot of time to find a lot of advancements to extend life further and further. And so I'd say for you, the three things I would say is sleep is your number one life priority. Nothing's more important than sleep.
That's incredible. Do you think America's trying to kill us?
I will tell you, I've tested over the years everything I put into my body. So all the air I breathe, all the food I eat, all the water I drink, and the world is toxic. Like you've probably heard this, but when you see the data, it's terrifying.
Give me an example for people that really don't know, like how toxic, like maybe the littlest things are, like the water we drink, or just something that you think would surprise a lot of people.
I mean, everything. So we just started testing a bunch of stuff. So like common things like foods you buy in packages. They have heavy metals like mercury, cadmium, arsenic, lead. They have agrochemicals like glyphosate. So everything you eat has chemicals, and very few companies test. So we've been testing everything. It's really contaminated. We just tested a diaper just because we were trying to figure out it has these dangerous levels of glyphosate, this chemical. We tested dog food, has high levels of mercury. And so it really is in all the food supply. And so we're now working on trying to source our own foods, test them all for all these chemicals, and try to have a pure food source, which I've done for myself, trying to make it available to others. But these are the kinds of things you need to nail down. You just don't realize every day how exposed you are to contamination.
I know that you said that your goal is to live forever, and you brought up how me wanting to live till 100 is rookie numbers.
That's right.
How old do you think you possibly can live until? Give me a number, an estimate.
I don't think we'll die.
You don't think you will die?
No, I mean, on the time spans which our minds can comprehend, right now, Earth has existed for 3.4 billion years or more.
Yeah.
We think of our lifespans on 70 years,
Right.
like thereabouts. Why? Like, why couldn't it be a few hundred? Biology already has a few immortal species. So we know biology can achieve immortality. We just have to take from one species over to our species. So it can be done. It's not like we're talking about trying to exceed the speed of light,
Right.
where it's like a major physics problem. So it can be done. That's why I'm saying, like, there's no reason why we should have some kind of tempered expectations or ambitions.
Right. You got amazing advice. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.